No, of course.
Yeah, kiss
No,
your
but
family for me also.
oh, for sure, indeed, definitely. Well, I'm sure they're watching it locked in right now.
Oh, good, good.
Absolutely. But no, we can jump right into it. I want to hold you up. Let me just introduce you first. This is my one time to introduce you.
All right.
Um, Grammy Award winner, singer, songwriter, Queen of Soul, actress, chef, businesswoman, and many more. Oh, and the OG diva. I,
I
I, I,
like
I
that.
had to give you that. So
Oh,
please join me in welcoming Miss Patti LaBelle. Welcome.
thank you so much. I'm
I,
happy to be with you tonight.
I appreciate. Did I do good on the intro?
You are awesome, professional.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
All those accolades. Thank you.
Of course, indeed. First off, I said it to you earlier, man. It's an honor to have you on. What's in your glass? Another Mellow Monday. I appreciate you taking this time. But how you doing? Like, how was Thanksgiving? How you doing? What's going on with you?
Thanksgiving was not as much as it was the last year, but it was, you make fun now out of these bad times. You have to make it fun. And, it wasn't many people, just a family, but not many people. And I danced a bit by myself, like I usually do, but I usually dance with somebody. But I was styling to California Love and having my wine. And I
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, I cooked, and we had distant fun. What we have to do these days, so we can have another Thanksgiving next year.
Absolutely. Let's give a virtual cheers first. Let's give a virtual cheers to everybody that's out there. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Mm, mm.
I know you said the holidays, was a little different this year. It was different for all of us with friends and family, just getting together. That's normally the time where we come together, we sing, we cry, we laugh, we hug and we eat and we have a great time. But it's not like that now. It's
Yeah,
very different.
these holidays, we have to hug from a distance, and we have to really know that we want to love on you and hug you, but we want to see you next week and next year. And
Absolutely.
so we have to be distant, but still have fun. Never let the fun leave. I mean, my
Did,
music jamming, I'm always partying. Um, because you have to have fun. I mean, it's very depressing for a lot of people. You think of those who don't even have a Thanksgiving dinner or a home or anything. And then we realize how blessed we are. And I think this pandemic is going to help people to become more kind to each other. I have a feeling it will, Mello, because we're all spoiled. We have things that we don't need, and we overspend and we overdo this. And now for the last 9 months, you realize what you think you need and want, you don't need it. You don't. I know I
oh, no, I mean you're hitting the nail right on the head. We don't need a lot of the excess stuff that we've been having and used to for all of these years. And I think what's happening now is, this pandemic is making us focus on the things we really care about, and it's
do.
keeping our circles smaller,
Right.
not bigger, but more, influential and just more intimate with our friends and family in our own environments as opposed to being out there. Did the pie make it at least?
Well, that pie made it. The pie made it. I have about 12 desserts, so they all made it. I have about 9 or 10 of frozen items like the macaroni, the greens, oh God, the cornbread, the black eyed peas, corn over tomatoes, my peach cobbler, my double peach cobbler, my banana pudding, my buttermilk, somebody's pie. So I have, and right now I'm doing my country. Can you see it?
I can see it. I can see it.
I don't know how to do that. But
There
anyway,
we go.
this is what I'm having with my red wine. And Mellow, guess what? This is not a wine glass, but it's a glass I've been using for 10 years for my parties. Okay, this is my wine glass. I know what a glass should look like, but this is what I want. What are
Well,
you
I mean, it makes it better.
what are you drinking? What kind?
I'm drinking a nice burgundy. I'm drinking a nice burgundy right here. I had to get something very, very elegant for this night, for this moment with you. So I'm
Oh,
drinking I think it's a 1998 Clos Vougeot that I'm drinking, a nice burgundy. I had to get something nice and sweet and elegant for
yours,
the Patti LaBelle for sure.
yours is sweet.
it's sweet, it's dry, it's mm.
Mine, they're always dry. This is
Yeah, it's not dry. I don't really like dry wine, so it gives you a little bit of sweet taste, but it opens up, it blossoms, it blossoms, it open up incredible.
okay. Well, this is what I've been drinking most of my life, Camus, and it's dry.
That's a I love the Camus. That Camus is a great. It's very smooth too. That Camus is unbelievable. I've been drinking that a lot as well.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You but speaking, let's keep it on Thanksgiving for right now. You performed at this past Thanksgiving, Macy's Day Parade. How was that? Like how was it difficult?
No, it was not at all. It was sad because there were no floats that I was supposed to be on a float. But instead of doing it Thanksgiving Day, I did it the Tuesday before Thursday in New York on the street with no crowd, no nothing, a little box I was standing on. And then the people who performed Thursday, they were actually there that for Thanksgiving Day. But I taped mine on Tuesday. And it was sad. It was sad, but we had to do it because it's fun. People love those Christmas songs. And I said, well, where the float at? Not for me. And I really didn't want to get on the float. I wanted to stay away from as much as possible. So I just did it in the street. But it was fun.
I know it was a different experience for you, but as far as emotionally and what you was feeling, like those feelings of just doing it by yourself as opposed to getting that Macy's Day Parade, that Thanksgiving Day vibe.
Yes, because I've done it like maybe 2 times before, and when I did it, it was joyful. I mean, you would go down the block and wave to everybody, and people would wave, "Hey, Patty." This year, it was nothing like that. So we realized, can you hear my dog barking?
I can hear it. I can hear the dog. Don't worry about it.
Just keep on talking because he's ignorant. Okay, so the thing was this year, it was just sad like he is right now. And he was there with me, my little dog. He was my company. And it was just something that we have to do because every now and then we have to bring joy. Not every now and then. We have to bring joy as much as we can these days. And that's what I love doing.
What? So I'm going to transition to musically. We talking about music.
Mm-hmm.
The infamous Versuz battle, right? With your fellow soul legend, Miss Gladys Knight.
And keep going.
How for me, because I'm a fan of it, right? I'm a fan of Versuz. I'm a fan of Swiss and Tim, and just seeing you guys on there. I always is intrigued by how it gets put together, right? And how did it go? How did it go down? Because I'm hearing that was the first time you guys spoke and talked to seen each other in 10 years.
Yeah, it's been because back in the day, for 40 years, we were doing everything together. We did Sisters in the Name of Love, her production with Dionne Warwick and Gladys. We recorded together. We had our deaths together. My sisters and her son, we were together when they passed. We have her mother was a good friend of mine, and Gladys is like a total girl. I mean, there's no animosity. There's no battle between us. We sing, and the Versuz was the most beautiful thing, that we've been doing lately, that we've been watching. And to see people really love each other and get along like we do. And we still talk. We plan on doing other things after Versuz because we're girls like that. I mean, that's my dog. Really.
So that indeed. So that was easy. So that was easy. That was one of the easy ones to put together and say, let's go get this. Let's go make this happen.
Yes. And that's what happened. It was natural too. Us singing together, and I forgot some of my words, and I said, okay, it's fine. I'm keep on saying the wrong word.
It happens.
Natural. There's no.
And you was dancing. You were dancing too. You were dancing.
What they call my Patty chair dance. Boy, I love to move in a chair and standing up. But I did that chair dance, honey, and it was a hit. Gosh, fun.
You've been called and it's just an honor to hear that. Like you've been called the godmother of soul, and like your music and just what it does and the way that it transcends generations and generations and generations. Even a younger generation now know who and listen to Patti LaBelle, right? So it's like how I'm just going to read this off because this is one I really want to get right. How have you evolved over just the course of your career?
How have I evolved? I don't know. That's a question I can't answer. I guess it's because I'm steadfast, and because I know what I'm doing is great quality music and work, and I don't copy anybody, and I do want my kids, the little singers, the younger singers, to who look at me like Auntie Patty and Patty the teacher, because like with Jennifer and all the girls, Beyonce, and they all have a thing for Patti LaBelle, and I call that a blessing. And so what I want them to see is that I've been doing this without having to take the low road, like not
Mm.
showing my body, not having to do disco, not having not the disco's bad, but I never did it. I was asked, but you'll make a lot of money if you do this disco music. I said, I'll like make a lot of money being me. So I'm not gonna get on no train, no famous train, no happening train. Where's that dog? Excuse me, mom. Look at him under here. Whoa. He's a gangster. So I've been blessed to stay um me at 76. I don't feel like an old lady that's like over the top and over age. I feel very 76 appropriate. And
Well,
I don't know. I'm just really answering you the best way I think I can.
no, I mean it's you. I mean you're saying it right because when you're just living in it, you're just in it. You're going, you're growing, you're evolving naturally, right? You making music that suits you and what you feel and your emotions and your feelings. It's not about trying to do or trying to jump on the train, as you said, with somebody else's sound or somebody else's vibe. And first of all, Patty ain't following nobody, so let's get that.
That's not my check. No, I don't follow. No, I don't. And I love the fact that I'm just that confident in myself that I don't have to get on anybody else's train to say, oh, she did that. So let me try and do a song like that. No, I don't follow. And
So
maybe,
how is it different?
maybe, baby, that could be my downfall too for not following certain things at certain times. But I feel good not having to do it.
Well, man, you are who you are because of you stand on and you stood on something that you believe in and what you stand on and what you believe. So
Mhm.
it doesn't matter what anybody else does. You have your own sound, you have your own vibe, your own flow, and the Patty train is gone. So people got to get on the Patty train or go get off. So
Yeah, moving.
it's moving. So
Yes.
how is it different? Like how is the music like modern day soul music as opposed to when you were in your heyday and you was making that that soul music? You was making us
Oh,
laugh, cry, dance, and hug and cheer. Like
well, listen, the soul music that I did back in the day that I'm still doing, Love Need and Want You, If Only You Knew, all of those songs. And then there are so many young people who are doing stuff like Johnny Gill and Ralph Tresvant, the song they have it now, Oh Me, Oh Mine, Oh Mine, Oh Mine, and some other ones. I talked to Johnny, I called him to congratulate him 2 days ago because his music makes me happy. The boy
mm,
sings his face off, and it's all about love and he's just impressing to me. And there are so many young people who are doing great music. Brandy, she has that song, the Psycho song, whatever that song is called. It's one of my favorite songs. These little young chicks ain't playing. Okay. And it's not that they're following our lead, but they're doing what they do. And for me at 76 to be a fan of these young kids, I mean, I love it. I love what they do. And so I'm saying, but what me and Gladys did back in the day, we're still doing it, and a lot of people are doing it also.
so you're Philadelphia, right? Correct? From
Yes.
Philly.
Uh-huh.
So we all know how much soul Philly has,
Oh, yeah.
and it's is that was that your inspiration, right?
Well,
And when
actually,
you
here's the deal. I lived in West Philadelphia, and Kenny Gamble lived in South
oh,
Philly. But
of course.
okay, so and here's my patty pie too. Okay, eating that too. Listen, so
we,
Kenny,
we definitely need some. We need some deliveries over here on that patty pie. I'll tell you that.
some stuff, boo. Okay.
All right.
I'll give you some new. So Kenny Gamble was a friend of five guys who lived across the street from me. When my three sisters and my mother, we lived in West Philadelphia on Washington Avenue, and these boys, Kenny's boys, lived down the street from me. And so whenever he would come to their house, they befriended me, but nobody knew I could sing. And so I just one day I was with Kenny, and he was sitting on my stoop, and I had beer, and I didn't want my mother to find out. So I said, Kenny, if my mother comes out, this is your beer, and he don't even drink. So he said, well, what can you do? What do you want to do? I said, I want to be a chef. He said, well, I heard a buzz that somebody said your sister told somebody that you could really sing. And so I said, I guess maybe I can. So I started singing on that stoop. He said, I'm going to record you. I said, like, really? And that's how I started singing for real. I mean, I started in the church, and my choir director made me sing lead, and I just wanted to be in the background. And she said, Patty, you have to go in front. So I said, only if your son sings a duet with me, because I didn't want to go by myself. So we sang God Specializes, and I got a standing hallelujah ovation from the church. And from then on, I wasn't afraid to sing by myself and make people happy and give chills and laughter and tears, because God has given me that. That's my gift. I would do it for free because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Absolutely. And it's like to hear you say, to hear Patti LaBelle say she wanted to be a chef, right? It's like, it's hard to even imagine that. But now we fast forward to where we are today, and
Mm-hmm.
your pies and just the whole crave around, Patty.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
we, where's that now? What's up with the pies? What else are we adding to the menu? Like where can we get it from? Like people want to know.
Okay, you can get it at Walmart. You can also get it at certain grocery stores. Can I tell them? I can tell them? No, I'll tell you later. And so it's just not going to be there. It's going to be in a lot of places. And I'm having other items other than desserts and frozen foods coming out. I have other items coming out. And I'm just so happy and blessed at this moment that because I'm not touring, I'm still doing commercials and food shows and stuff with my product. So that makes me smile. It does.
So it's the irony behind when you first sat on that stoop in Philly and
Mm,
you told them that you wanted to be a chef.
yes.
And then you started singing, they filmed you. And then you fast forward to all of these years now,
Yeah.
and music has to stop because of obvious reasons.
Uh-huh.
But now you're back in the kitchen, right? The irony behind that, and you're making these pies, and I'm sure you have a long list of items that's coming soon that you can't say. But
Uh-huh.
I just think that, because you already had that in you, it was a natural fit for you to come out and do your pies and be in the kitchen and people to gravitate towards that.
You're right. I mean, I was born to cook and sing. I watched my mother and father when I was a kid, and I went to the garage and made hot sauces and out of ketchup and some other stuff that my mother had in the kitchen. So I knew I was going to be something in cooking. I knew that was going to be one of my callings. And here I am, a cooking, honey. I'm a cooking girl. Yes. I sing and I cook.
Well, they go hand in hand. When you cook it, you sing it, so it goes hand in hand.
Right.
Again, I don't want to, I promise him I won't keep you long tonight,
It's
but
fine.
usually, when we having these conversations and I'm having these conversations, I want, I want my guests, whoever's on there, to kind of just give some inspiration to, the viewers and just the people and just our state, uh, as a community, as a Black community, as a country, where we headed at. We need words of encouragement. So I want to just give you that floor to close that.
Okay, it's like I said earlier, I've learned to appreciate what I don't have. Like there are things that I think I want right now, but I don't need them. And I'm being very, very careful of what I get because I know somebody else can't get it. But those who can't get it, don't give up hope. I mean, because there is hope for all of us to do better, to live better. We're going to have some new people coming in DC soon, and that's going to help us a lot. And always believe that you're not as down as you could be. Because I always say sometimes when I'm feeling low, I said, but gosh, look at that person over there with no arm. Or just,
Mm.
and then you realize how selfish you are when you complain about a sore foot when the man next to you also has no foot. And so when I see people with no food, I pray, and as much as I can share, I do share, but we all have to start giving from our heart. We have to all share something because we all are blessed. First of all, we woke up. And when you wake up, you can do tremendous things, or you can just wallow in pity and just feel bad all day long about what you don't have. And you know, I'm just praying for people to find a little more faith, because times are the worst they've ever been in anybody's life, in my life, in your life, the whole world. We're all suffering. And I'm just praying that we all keep the faith. And I wish I could do more for people, but I'm doing the best I can. And don't ever give up. Don't ever stop. Don't ever stop. And I said, if we're blessed with a roof, that's a real blessing, you know, or one meal a day, that's a blessing. So I'm just praying that things can get better so we can have 2 or 3 meals and those long lines can cease.
There you have it. There you have it, everybody, from the Patti LaBelle. Auntie Patti, thank you. It's been nothing but love. You know,
You,
I love you. My family love you. The whole world loves you. We
like,
appreciate you. Um,
oh,
thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you.
la, la, la.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
See you soon. Good luck on the holidays. Wish you nothing but, you know, health and prosperity. Stay positive. Kiss the family for me.
I,
And your dog is in the background, so he good.
I'm going to give him a kiss too. I love
Absolutely. Yes. Love you, baby. Thank you.
you to the whole wide world.
Absolutely.
We're just going to keep going through it until it stops. But joy to the world.
Indeed. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.